Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Renee Slansky here, and I'm a professional dating and relationship coach, and I help people from all around the world uncomplicate dating, thank goodness, and find the relationship they desire and deserve. So let's get into this week's Ask Renee's question. Interesting, and it's something that I'm glad someone actually emailed me in and asked me, because to be honest, it is a conversation which unfortunately has become a reality in this world, and it's something that is a little bit terrifying of what actually the problems, I guess, or the implications are of technology and dating. I mean, no longer is it just about dating apps. We're actually talking about creating synthetic people to have relationships with. I mean, where will that lead to next? So this week's question is, should I be worried about sex robots? But the short answer is, well, yes and no. I think we should always be worried about things that are created to replace people in such an intimate way. Now, obviously, I'm not talking just about a sex toy here. I'm not talking about, things that can enhance your sex life, such as a vibrator, or, things that can actually make your life and sex life a little bit more pleasurable. I'm talking about an actual manufactured person here who has been created to replace a human, so that the male who is having sex with her can actually feel that he has more of a connection and more of an intimate interaction with this robot instead of an actual person. I don't think that we should be worried that it is going to replace us as women. I think that we should definitely be worried that we're accepting something so wrong, I guess, in such a public light, and that we're trying to normalize something which actually is completely against what most people believe and what actually requires a healthy relationship. I mean, obviously, we can look at it from the perspective of, okay, well, that means that, instead of having brothels full of real women who are having sex, we've got robots instead. I think obviously, if we can take as many women out of the sex industry when it comes to prostitution, then that is an incredible development that we can have. I'm someone that believes that our bodies are something that are pure. I believe that sex is something that is intimate and fulfilling, and is something that should be adding value to your life, and not something that should ever be abusive, or something that is taking away from you or making you feel more empty. But at the end of the day, if we have robots instead of people doing it, it doesn't actually take away the problem. All we're doing is we're just replacing who's fixing the problem. So sex robots obviously pose a threat to the fact that we are starting to blur lines between what we see is acceptable in the sex industry or in relationships, love and dating. We live in a very grey world, and I'm someone who's incredibly black and white, and I believe that just because something is more acceptable doesn't make it more right. And I think that whilst we shouldn't be fearful of the developments, we should definitely be aware, and we should know where to set the standard and what we should actually be endorsing and what we shouldn't as well. If sex robots is something that you're into, then who am I to say what you can and cannot do? But I just want you to keep in mind that replacing a human with something that is completely fake, and then expecting to have the same sort of relationship to that degree, because obviously they're trying to humanize these robots more and more by doing different settings on it, and having her have family time as such as one of the settings, where you can actually sit there on a couch and have your sex robot talk and respond program. So with your children around, really is something that we need to see as something incredibly wrong, if you ask me. I don't believe that sex robots are going to be positive in any sort of way. I don't believe that they are necessary. I believe that we should be focusing more on connecting as humans and fixing ourselves and fixing the brokenness we already have in our world, rather than just building something that is completely a machine and hoping that it replaces somebody else or fixes some other problems. I hope that all made sense. As I said, I am just of this opinion. I speak for myself, not necessarily anyone else. This is what I do. This is what Ask Renee is all about. You literally ask me my opinion and my advice about certain things, and sex robots was one of the ones that came up. So I'd be interested to know what your thoughts and opinions are. If you can comment below and let me know, then that would be fantastic, because let's actually get talking about things that really need to be spoken about, so that we're not just being sheep and accepting whatever it is that technology and life throws at us as well. Don't forget that you can head to my blog, thedatingdirectory.co. I've got a couple links down below of some free resource for you people, and subscribe to my channel. I do new videos every Thursdays and Fridays, and until next time, bye for now.